This section heading is called Environment Variables Hadoop. So now to start this section off, we're going to list the content within our installation directory, and we're going to take note of two subdirectories, bin and also conf. So now within this section, what we're going to do is we're going to define environment variables that pertain to files within both of those directories. So first we're going to start with the bin directory. So if we look inside the bin directory, you're going to find a bunch of scripts. So these scripts are going to be used when managing our Hadoop cluster. So this is going to be very similar to what we did within the environment variables Java section. So we want to be able to execute these scripts from almost anywhere within the terminal. So the way that we're going to do that is we're going to append the path to the scripts to the path variable. So before we do that, let's actually verify that we cannot access these scripts from the user's home directory. So we can see up here that we have this command called Hadoop. So let's try to execute that command. And what we're going to find is that command not found. So now to correct this, we're going to go inside the bash rc file. We're going to go to the end, so control shift underscore and then control V, and now we'll add those environment variables. So I'm just going to copy this to make it easier on myself, paste, come up here. So this one's going to be easy, so we're just going to remove this, type Hadoop, come up here, we'll change this to Hadoop as well, and then we'll go to the end here. So we're going to do Control E, and then I'll change this to the correct path. So it's user local, and then Hadoop, and then 1.2.1, and then I'll just change the comment. So we'll just say Hadoop. So now to save and exit, we're going to do a Control X, Y to save, press enter, and now we'll read in those changes by sourcing the file. So source.bashrc, and now we will test access to the Hadoop command. So we'll type Hadoop, and we can see that we can reach it. Alright, cool. So now to understand how this happens, once again, we're going to look inside the path variable, and we're going to find the path to those scripts has been appended to the end. Alright, so now we're going to take a look inside the conf directory. So I'm going to hit the up arrow key here a few times, and we'll change this to conf. So now in Hadoop's configuration directory, we're going to find a file that's used to define environment variables that are specific to Hadoop. What we're going to define inside of here is essentially we're going to tell Hadoop which Java we want it to use from the system. So now when viewing and editing this file, we're going to use sed. So first we're going to view lines 7 through 10 within that file. So it's going to be user local, and then once again Hadoop, and then conf, and then we have the file. So it's Hadoop env.sh. So here we can see this is very similar to what we were putting inside the bash rc file. Alright, so now to change this to our Java installation directory, we're simply just going to hit the up arrow key here, and now we're going to edit what is known as the in-place file. So we're going to edit the in-place file, and this line right here is on line 9. So what we're going to do is we're just going to change this to 9, and then we're going to add this C/. So think of this as kind of like a cut and replace. So we're going to then, I'm going to copy this, put this over here, paste, and then we'll add the rest on. So it's going to be user lib, and then JVM, and then it's JDK 1.6.0_45. Press enter, up arrow key twice, and verify the change has been made. So we're good.